Everybody, welcome to the first class, Introduction to Hermeneutics. So this is going to be several videos that are going to be easy for you to watch, rewatch, revisit, and they're each going to be building off of themselves. So the first video that we're going to be looking at is what is hermeneutics, an introduction to hermeneutics. And the whole thing that I want you guys to think about when you think about the word hermeneutics, and I'm going to break this down for you here in a second, is a few questions to ask. Why is it that we want to study the Bible, and why do we want to learn how to study the Bible? It seems like it would be pretty easy. You just pick up the Bible and start reading, but sometimes it's not as simple as that. I mean, you look at all across the evangelical landscape, there's a bunch of different and varying opinions and views, and a lot of that comes from a poor understanding on how to approach the text. Why is this important? Can anyone do it? Well, we're going to teach all of those things through this class. But the first thing I want to cover today is three important necessary items that you need to understand when you study the Bible that will help you out. The first thing is that for every passage in Scripture, there is one interpretation. So the first thing we need to understand is the interpretation. What does the passage mean? Or what is the interpretation of the passage? Now, there's a difference between the meaning and the interpretation. The meaning can kind of get blurred into the type of application, which is the second point, application. When you are studying the text, a lot of people tend to approach and immediately are looking for an application. How can I apply this into my life right now? I want to read this and immediately figure out what does this mean for me and how can I apply it? And that's not bad, and that will come, but the first thing you understand is you need to understand that I need to approach the text holistically, as neutral as I possibly can, and then I will start to unpack what the application is. And the application, literally what we're looking at when we're studying the Bible, is what and how does this text apply to us? What does it mean if in fact it does apply to us? Because some texts do not apply to us necessarily. Some texts may infer principles that we can glean, or other passages may give off a transcultural understanding on adopting something from then into the present. So the second thing is the application. And the third thing is, what is the implication of the text? Implication means if this text does not apply to us directly, what principles can we derive from it in applying it to our lives in a general way? So this is the introduction to our hermeneutics. Next video is going to be talking about what we do when we approach the text, and also what does the word hermeneutics mean. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button below, turn on notifications so you can watch the next one on approaching the text.